Thank you so much. Now, let's continue the conversation with the former director of FEMA, who is currently the host of the eponymously named Michael Brown Show on Talk Radio 630 KHOW. From Denver, it's Michael Brown. Hey, Michael, it is great to have you on America Talks Live. And we just referenced the Public Policy Polling Survey. Now, sure, that's a Democrat firm out of Raleigh, North Carolina. I used to mix it up with them during my NC State days, or at least the guys that formed this. They say Hillary won based on the respondents by about 11% margin. Your take on last night, do you think that poll is about right, or how did you see it?
I think that poll's about, and by the way, it's good to see you too, JD. We haven't talked in ages.
It's been a while.
I gotta tell you, it has been a while. But I got to tell you, public policy may be right in this particular poll in terms of nationally who won this debate. But everybody is missing, I think, the most important polling aspect that nobody's talking about. And that's particularly true for a state like Colorado, where we have about a third registered Republican, about a third registered Democrat, and a third registered unaffiliated. And if you dig into the tabs of those polls, you'll see that independents, undecideds slightly moved 2% toward Trump. In a state like Colorado, and I said this last night on my program, it may boil down to a state like Colorado if the trend lines keep moving the way they appear to be moving. If this race keeps getting tighter and tighter, the electoral votes in Colorado may decide this election. And a 2% movement toward Trump, based on what I thought was pretty much a draw last night. I agree with virtually everything that you and Tom DeLay said, but a 2% movement in independence could swing a state like Colorado, and boom, you now have maybe 271 to 266 in the Electoral College. Trump wins.
And that is a very positive outcome that you just pointed, diving into the crosstabs. I guess the other thing, Michael, is the fact that those of us who've run for public office, been around politics, we still don't quite understand the complete Donald Trump phenomenon. We admire it. We say, gee, that's neat. But I'll tell you what, since you take so many calls at KHOW, we're going to take a call right here on America Talks Live out to my old stomping grounds. In fact, a former constituent from Chandler, Arizona. Here is Kathy. Hiya, Kathy.
Hi, how are you, JD? You know, I've been biting at the chomp, trying to get in. And I understand, just want to comment on what you just said. I think that we are forgetting that Donald Trump, people put him in here because he relates to the American public. We're tired of the same old in politics. And Hillary Clinton is certainly not what we're looking for. She was very evasive last night, and I think he was a gentleman. I understood this morning when he mentioned that he didn't say a lot of things because he did not want to embarrass
Chelsea,
her daughter.
Yeah, Chelsea.
But yes, hi.
No, exactly. And I hear what you're saying, Kathy. And again, Michael, thanks for the call, Kathy. I think this points to the fact that, and our own Ed Berliner said it last night, Michael, Trump may not use the poll-tested language, but everyday people out there get what he means, and because he's not using the poll-tested language, he comes off as spontaneous, sincere, well-meaning, and a definite break with the politics of the past, which must account for the polling you just detailed, diving into the crosstabs there in Colorado. About 45 seconds for your response, sir.
No, I think you're exactly right. Look, I firmly believe, and you and I both know this from having lived and worked inside the Beltway, it's people that have passion, and it's people that are willing to set aside political correctness and say what they mean and believe it. And I think when Trump hammered last night, and look, I was not a Trump supporter to begin with, but I'm absolutely never Hillary. But when Trump started pounding on the fact that Hillary Clinton has been around for decades and none of these problems have been solved, I thought that was a grand slam. He's got to continue to hammer that Hillary Clinton is the same old, a third term of Barack, and at least Donald Trump, even though we may not always agree on all of his policy positions, he is going to upend Washington. And frankly, I think that's what the nation needs.
Michael Brown this afternoon, where it's actually morning in Denver. Michael, we thank you very much for your insights and analysis. Now, do you agree with this? Still chance for you to get in on this at newsmaxpolls.com or to give us a call at 1-877-NEWSMAX, 1-877-639-7629. When we come back, more with the debate from Lisa Ruth and Michael Solomon.